Who cares? What are you? You should have said, "What are you doing?" While I'm posting something. Why you
Yeah,
checking on me that
I
much?
want to ask him that, but I'm like, you know what? Never mind. It's not worth it.
You should have said you need to make sure your wife not cheating on you while you worried about me.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I'm so
So worried
petty,
about
bro.
me.
Like,
So basically, I worked there at Ernst and Young for like I want to say 2.5 years. Overall, I would say it wasn't terrible at the start. But then my director, he got an offer from Splunk, so he's the CTO there now. He makes a crap ton of money. I'm happy for Tony. But after he left, it went back towards being more consultant like. And so the managers that I got, I didn't think they were that great personally for a lot of them. So I remember I was on like a really big banking client and I was working like I want to say 60, 70 hours a week. And I got a ping on Teams. I was in a meeting with my client and they're like, Kenneth, your LLC may be in violation of our policy. Please see this meeting invite for next week. I'm like, and the person who pinged me was like a lead partner, and they don't ever call you unless you're being fired or getting promoted. I wasn't getting promoted, so I'm like, what's going on? So I'm like, John, I'm like, what's going on exactly? He's like, oh, don't worry, I'll tell you about it next week. I'm like, I'm about to be fired, so I'm like stressing out the entire week. I can't focus on work, and then like next week comes up, and I have a meeting, and so he's like, Kenneth, we've been getting multiple reports by different people. I'm like, multiple people. He's like, yes, that you've been on LinkedIn while you're at work during the middle of the day, and more people have been reporting that over the past couple of months. We just want to know how's it happening. I'm like, I have automation software in the team. They're like, oh yeah, sure, of course. So like, what time do you post? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, it's automated. Oh yeah, of course. I asked them, I'm like, did you ask my client or team this? They're like, no. I'm like, of course you didn't. Because if you did, you would have knew that my client's happy with my work and so with my team. So I found out that apparently someone or like a group of people were like reporting every time I posted a LinkedIn or made a comment, like they get reported toward my director. So they're like, Kenneth has been posting at 10:35 on a Thursday. Kenneth was posting at 3:32 on a Tuesday. Kenneth was posting at 7 o'clock at night on a Friday, and they just reported every single time that I posted something on LinkedIn. And so that was going on for like I would say maybe 4 months. And so then I found out you guys worked at consulting companies. I know Henri has. There's like an internal system that we use called Mira. It's how we track who's on engagements, right? I think Deloitte calls it something different, but we call it Mira. So if you're not in engagement, they know to give you internal work, right? So we can try to get more money and get more clients. So someone went in the system and changed it to make it look like I wasn't working. And then I fixed it. I changed it back, and then like a week later, someone changed it back to make it look like it wasn't working. And only like managers and above can do that. So I don't know who didn't like me there, but they made it sure that I wasn't happy there. And so at that point, I'm like, I have to leave. So I kind of pointed everything out, and then last September, I got an offer for a consultant position. They paid me almost exactly the same. I work like half the many hours that I did at UI, so I took it and left.
That is crazy.
Man, you should have called Charleston White.
Hey, that's why
It's
those
crazy.
those stories that happened there earlier about people leaving and shutting down the whole business systems. That's the type of reasons why that stuff happens. Yeah.
Okay,
There's like
this video is being sponsored by Textual Consulting. Are you still struggling to get into cybersecurity? Are you not getting interviews? Do you have a bad resume? Or is it all the above? Well, if that's you, then we got you covered at Textual Consulting. My name is Henri Davis. I'm a career coach and a cybersecurity professional, and I've helped hundreds, maybe even thousands of people get into cybersecurity with my coaching and my content that you've seen in various places. Now, I specialize in specifically getting people in the blue team. That would be incident response or SOC analyst. I can cover everything from your entry level to your medium to your advanced skills and really help you outperform your resume. You don't believe me? Check out some of these testimonials that I've had from recent clients. So if you're interested, click the link in my bio, textualconsulting.com/offerings to see what offerings that we have available for you. Now, back to the show. Joint.
There's other funny stuff too. So like my last week there, I flew to Richmond for one of my clients. Because my client was a BDOT. So you know when you like Henri and Destini, you know when you travel for a client, you have to like be up the entire day, right? Because you're with them in the morning for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner. You're trying to sell them more work, basically. So I was doing that. Then I taught at night for ECA. So I was working like 16-hour days when I was there. So I did that for like 4 days in a row. And when I got back, Richmond's airport is like really, really small. There's like 10 gates. So my flight got delayed like by 3 hours. So I didn't get back home to like eat, sleep, and shower till like 1 or 2 in the morning. And I had to get a client call like at 7 a.m. Told my team like, hey, I'm gonna try to sleep in because I'm really tired. Right, I got home really late. I get a call at 7 a.m. Kenneth, where are you at? I'm like, I'm sleeping in. They're like, what do you mean? Client call going on right now. What? What do you mean you sleeping? All right. And at that point, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. Then I got the offer like 2 days later, and then I left.
Won't he do it?
Man, you should have told them GOMD.
He said this is one of these big four firms, man.
I had to think about that.
J. Cole got a song called GOMD. If y'all don't know what that stands for, just look it up. That's what you should have told them.
No,
Or you
it
should
was-
say
Not spell it out,
SMD.
just use the acronym.
For real, because I think that's overboard. I feel like companies always be doing that when they see you trying to like do your own thing. And especially if your work not bad, they got to figure out some type of way to bring you down. I feel like that stuff used to happen to a friend of the show. Whenever they can want to tell their side of the story, hopefully they come tell it on here. We could break the news. What happened to her? Because that sound like same stuff they were doing to her. I'm like, bro, who cares? What are you? You should have said, what are you doing while I'm posting something? Why
Yeah,
you care about me that much?
I want to ask him that, but I'm like, you know what? Never mind. It's not worth it.
You should have said you need to make sure your wife not cheating on you while you worried about me.
Yeah.
Oh my
So-
gosh.
I'm so
So
petty,
worried about
bro.
me.
Like, I'm glad I've never been in those type of situations. I'm too petty, bro.
For real.
Yeah, I don't think I've been in those type of situations.
I'm blessed to not be in those situations.
And that's the thing. That's the reason why I think I shot a pod with your boy AD this week, and we was talking about how you get some of the big four firms, they definitely gonna work you. Because we had an article. Remember Destiny read the one about the chick from Deloitte that got fired, but she was talking about like she just did not fit the culture. They was working her too
Oh, the
hard.
culture. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's
Yeah.
the thing. At least if
She
you
ate
want
it
to
up.
come up,
But you do
Let
have
them
to be careful when you are bashing a company
Mm-hmm.
about what you say, because other people be like, keep them away from me. Keep them away from her. We heard about we saw that, you know. So you'll start to get that rep as well.
Man, did you see the
agree.
company though? They worried about the
Blacklisted.
people. Look at what the company doing. This
but
ain't
I
just
can
coming.
live with it if what I said is true. So, like
Yeah.
that stuff I said in that video that's in the that I put in the chat, I stand by everything I said in that video.
I'm about to go watch this.
Yeah, I need to see this.
I
Ain't
stand.
this the same old one that was on YouTube years ago, right?
Yeah, it's unlisted right now for other reasons. Maybe one day we'll actually like do a live reaction to like some of my old content. Like I was wilding on this video. Like, a matter of fact, I was so hot that I recorded the first video and the sound wasn't working, so I re-recorded.
Oh, you was mad.
You that
Oh.
bad.
He was big mad.
Hey, somebody got to hear this.
Right.
Let me see. A lot of people on here stay in the DFW area, so I was driving at the time when 380 was jacked up downtown every day for no reason. Of course, I was gonna be mad.
Right.
Wasting
It
all my
reminds me of
day.
that. It reminds me of that old Kevin Hart joke where he was like his dad was so mad he took down the Christmas tree. He was like, you know how hard, you know how mad you got to be to take down a whole Christmas tree.
Hot, baby, hot.
Man, that remind me of Kings of Comedy. DL Hughley was talking about when black folks get fired. Talking about, you knew I was fired yesterday. Had me waste my gas.
Yeah. Should have fired me while I was still at the house.
He said, black folks don't play about no gas, do they? They still don't. You know, that gas be up too much.
Fire story is crazy. I remember I got fired on vacation.
That's like getting fired on your day off.
Know what I'm not. I was in Mexico and they let me go. I said, damn.
That actually is a good. That actually a what you call it.
Ain't
a
no
good
better place
question
to
like
get
that.
let go though.
What about
It's
you?
on vacation.
Alive?
What?
Did you just
I
go
heard
to Goliath one day and they weren't there?
Who Who you talking about me?
Marquise.
Oh.
What happened?
I said, did you just go to Goliath one day and the people weren't there, or what?
Oh man. Yeah. So I think wasn't that during COVID time?
Yep. Your boy
Yeah.
TJ.
So I'm trying to figure out how to explain this. Like they told us to work remote. They provided me a laptop and everything. I think I still got the laptop now. Think about it. But so I'm texting like, hey, it's COVID. Do we need to go in the office? Nobody responded. And actually I lied. I'm sorry. It was one guy named Peter. He did. He was like, yeah, come to the office. But I was we lived like 15 minutes away or something like that.
Nah, that was a McKinney at the time, so it might have been 20.
So yeah, about 20. And actually it was Fairview. But yeah, about 20. And I drove there. I tried to go in, doors were locked. I sat outside in the parking lot maybe like 35 minutes. I called Henri. I'm like, hey, I think this is shut down. Like something's wrong. He was like, man, just come back to the crib. And I tried to send the email out to my manager. I couldn't find his email anywhere. Like it got, I don't know what happened. Like when I sent the email, it didn't go through. But the company's still on LinkedIn, so
What?
I don't know. Yeah, it was this company called Goliath. I think they're based out of Florida now, but yeah. Actually, you know what? I will look them up.